Now, here we are on another bright sunny day in California. As you can see, I've done some more work. I took the, most of the stuff was just sitting there, so the hard top's gone. There was a bunch of stuff in boxes in here. I'm trying to get the roof sticks off, but 3 of the bolts are frozen, so I've got them soaking in PB Blaster. We got the transmission tunnel out. You probably can't see because of the shadow, but the 2 big bolts to hold the back of the transmission down are out. The drive shaft's disconnected on the front. And we've been walking around shooting PB Blaster at things that look like they might be stuck, like these bolts here. And I will probably shoot them again more than once. These ones are out. This has only got 1 bolt holding it in right here, I think. So the next step is to pick this up and we'll get the transmission out. And as Rain Man Ray says, click and subscribe. So I've got the transmission jack in, get it chained down. It's in at a bit of a wonky angle, but I think it'll be all right. You can see it's disconnected at the rear. One thing of interest, this is not a TR transmission. The TR transmission exits on that side. I don't know what this is from. It still looks like a Triumph transmission. Whether it's from like a Vanguard or I don't know. Ugh. I already know it wasn't original to the car because the car was overdrive. The only other thing could have happened was if the dealer had it, whoever wanted to buy it didn't want overdrive, because overdrive, at least in the 60s, was a $1,200 option, so I'm sure it was still at least $600 or $700, which is about 1/3 of the price of the car. They may have swapped the transmissions out at the dealers. When I get it down, we'll take a look at the numbers on it, see if we can figure anything. See if we can let this thing down without it falling on the ground. Actually, it's balanced pretty evenly. I need to go forward a little bit. There we go. The end of the tail shaft was sitting on top of that cross member still. Certainly got the short TR2 shifter in it. There we go. So, well, this is probably, well, no, it can't be that. I was going to say this might be the cover off the original transmission, but it doesn't have the overdrive plugs in it, though of course I may have swapped those over. It does have the dipstick for the transmission oil, as you can see. Still has a bit of oil in it. You can see a little better here. These are the casting numbers. I know on TR4s and stuff, you'll notice how the numbers stamped in. I'm not seeing them right offhand, but we'll look later. Get it down and clean it up a little bit. I'm not going to reuse this transmission because I want to put that overdrive unit in. And I expect this will be a non-synchronized first gear as well, which I'm not particularly fond of. It's okay back in the 50s when there were only stop signs or traffic lights, but nowadays in California you can't go 40 feet without having to stop for something. Well, there's the transmission out. Here's the rear mount. That's gone. There's a couple of 9/16 bolts there. We'll get that out of the way eventually. That's where the exhaust runs through the frame. Lots and lots of dirt on this thing. Imagine how thick that is. So that's what I was saying about that's the rubber grommet where the speedometer cable is supposed to exit. Which, man, this thing is filthy. really short slave cylinder too. I wonder if that was original. It's the emergency brake cable, and that still works. The joys of California. I think that's enough for today. You can see I got one side free. That'll be this side. That side's still stuck, so that's soaking. I got this door off, that fender, because we had the hood and the nose off from yesterday. This fender is all unbolted along here. I gotta get this door off to get the 5 bolts there, and there's 1 bolt up in the top. And I had a couple of the screws out of this door, but the other ones are stuck, so that's soaking in PB Blaster also. And of course the transmission's out. And I soaked the hardware on that seat. This one wasn't bolted down. We'll see if we can get that out next time. I know I'm running errands tomorrow, so I probably won't get a chance to work on this. Well, that's it for today. Pretty hot out here, the sun burning down. But got a couple, 3 hours in, and made progress. Soaked an awful lot of stuff down, so we can hopefully have a little more ease of removal next time around. But I mean, that's how it is. I mean, the car is 67 years old and it's been sitting outside. Even in the tent, it's still not, it's protected from direct rainfall, but humidity and all that. But it's going along okay. So we'll get the other door off, the other fender off hopefully next time. And probably the trunk lid. And we can see about these rear fenders. Never done a rear fender on one of these cars. I'm not quite sure what that entails. But we'll see. And then we'll start working on getting the body off the chassis. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next part, which will be part 3. See you next time.